Who is in your Premier League 2020/21 team of the season? That's what we're asking over the next few weeks. Welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. Today, I'm joined by Richard, who's going to do his team of the season today. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Good. And yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Buzzing from West Ham season, but from your point of view, Liverpool season, how have you analysed it?
Yeah, obviously disappointing. Obviously injuries have just, really has almost crippled us. Obviously Virgil van Dijk going down, but then obviously Gomez, Matip, not having those centre backs, and then the disruption to our midfield. Not having Fabinho in there, I think has made a real difference to us. Because if you look at it now, the last few games where he has just played in midfield, we're so much better, and the forwards are starting to score again. So, and Thiago, I think plays a lot better with Fabinho there as well. And Thiago, you can see his class and his passing, can't you?
Yeah, a good end of the season. I think you've coped well with the monstrosity that you've had in terms of centre backs. Then, but before we go any further, I'd like to thank I would like to thank this series' sponsor, Blowing Bubbles Online Magazine. Check out the link in the description down below. You can get £5 off a yearly subscription by using the code JakeCox at checkout. So you get £5 off using that code at checkout for a 11 magazine subscription. So check that out using the link in the description down below, and it helps the channel out as well. But without further ado, we will get into your team of the season then, Rich. So firstly, who've you gone for on goal?
Yeah, I mean, I think it could have been easy to put Edison in. But I've gone for Schmeichel because I think Leicester have had a good season, dependent on, well, not dependent, but even given what happens today, having won the FA Cup and some of the saves that he made just through the season, all the ones where, the shots have been really hard and you see him, his wrist has just been absolutely so, solid. I can't remember which game it was. I think it might have been against Liverpool when someone shot and you could hear the save itself, like the FA Cup final one again, with Mount is, he is class. So, giving it to Schmeichel.
Yeah. That's a good shout because no one's actually gone for him yet, and I thought, Schmeichel. Actually, no one said that. That's a really good shout because most people have gone for Martinez from Aston Villa, but it's nice to have a different one. Nice to have a different one in there with Kasper Schmeichel and a fantastic season. But we'll move out into your back four then. Firstly, to your right back.
Yeah, I've gone for Trent. I know I'm probably a bit biased with Liverpool. He's playing really well at the moment. His passing is exceptional. Yes, he has had a few dodgy games, but his passing ability from right back I just think is just phenomenal. The surging runs, he gets told to do that. I know as a defender, he may not be the best, like Wan-Bissaka is probably, as a defender, but for set pieces, for what he can do with set pieces, corners, I just think and I just think he's got to make the Euro squad. But rumours are that he isn't going to make the first squad, which I find quite shocking if he doesn't go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel the start of this season was massively impacted. The first half of the season was impacted by what was going on around him. Having different centre back pairings week on week. Week on week. But he's definitely come on in the second half of the season, and he's a fantastic young player. But we will move into your centre back pairing. Then who's the first of your two centre backs?
Yeah, so I've gone for the City's defence because it is the best in the Premier League, isn't it? So Dias is there. He has been awesome. He has pretty much been like the Virgil van Dijk for us. The way that he has transformed it. He throws himself about in the box, doesn't he? And and it's rare that people can get past him. He just seems to be there, doesn't he? And he can distribute the ball as well. He does venture up front. He does venture forward. So no, he unfortunately for the rest of the Premiership, he is a very, very good. He's young as well, isn't he? He's like early 20s, isn't he? So that's a little bit frightening. And he's quick and strong.
He is. Let's just have a look. He's 24, so he's still young. But I mean, I feel this is the last piece of Manchester City's puzzle. Maybe a bit's been taken out now because Sergio Aguero's leaving and somebody's going to have to come in. But in terms of the defence, it's the last piece of a fantastic puzzle.
Yeah. Sadly for the rest of us. And then obviously Pep obviously signed his contract extension as well. So that was a shame. I was hoping he wouldn't.
Yeah. And of course you've gone for John Stones in the other centre-back position.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about Tyrone Mings. I think originally I thought about Tyrone Mings, but then again, with the way that John Stones says he hasn't made the mistakes. The odd mistake crept in here and there, but again, he's been a good, solid player. And last season and the season before, people were vilifying John Stones and thinking he wasn't worthy. But I think, maybe the partnership he's had with Diaz, to keep Laporte out of the team like the way that they have. Must be good because again, I rate Laporte as well. So I've gone for John Stones.
Yes, again, really come on this season, in my opinion. And as you said, not good for the rest of the Premier League at all. But let's move out onto the left-hand side, and a smile comes to my face when I saw this name.
Yeah, do you know why I've gone for him, Creswell? Because I think if you look at the stats, he has given the most assists from any defender's position. So I think he's given 8 assists, I think. Whereas I think Trent and Andy Robertson have given 7 each. But he's given 8. And he is a Liverpudlian as well, isn't he, Creswell?
Yeah.
And I've always rated him. I was, half of minds of, when Liverpool were saying that they probably needed a backup or another left back. I wouldn't have minded us going for Creswell, to be honest with you. I think he is a good player.
Excelled this season as well in this David Moyes team. Obviously, we see him week in, week out. He's excelled. He's come a little bit, a little bit vulnerable, but a fantastic player. That is for sure. But we'll move into your midfield then.
Great cross of the ball. Yeah, midfield. So in my midfield, I've gone for obviously Youri Tielemans again. I rate him. He's a great player. Young, strong, and obviously he scored that fantastic goal for them in the FA Cup. So I think that he deserves a mention. Again, for Liverpool, I wouldn't mind us buying Tielemans. He's a good, strong, powerful runner of the ball as well. Not I know Gini Wijnaldum looks like he's going. I wouldn't mind us going after Youri as his replacement.
Yeah.
I'd be very happy with that.
A fantastic player, and I mean, in this Leicester squad, they have excelled this season. You've broke the rules slightly because your next central midfielder is Ilkay Gundogan, and that's 4 Manchester City players. So,
sorry, didn't break the rule. I'm sorry. Gundogan was, he's obviously the fact that they're playing the way that they are playing, without a striker, and the way that he scored goals, probably from January onwards, that helped City push on when they went on that sort of unbeaten run. He just popped up, and he's just very subtle with the ball again, isn't he? He is class.
Yeah. If you could think of a replacement, then who would you go for? Who's hot on his heels then, do you reckon?
In midfield, I would say I've already gone for Fernandes, haven't I? Bruno's obviously in midfield. Who else has been good this season in midfield? I mean, not being funny for West Ham, but obviously Soucek's been good, hasn't he? He's scoring goals. I think he's been probably one of the best buys as well, actually. You didn't pay a lot for him, did you?
No, about £18 million we paid for him.
Yeah. I would say that Soucek is a good shout. So I would put him in there. And he's a big tall lad as well, isn't he, Soucek? So he wins. Wins headers and all that sort of stuff. So defensively, he does it for you, and obviously scores goals from corners and whatnot. So I'm happy to place Soucek instead of Gundogan.
Yeah. A fantastic player. But we'll move out onto the flanks then. Who've you got on the left?
So I've gone for. Did I put Fernandes in there? Have I not?
Yeah.
I didn't want to put Fernandes in the team, but I didn't want to put any United players in the team, to be honest. But again, he has been exceptional for United, has he? The goals he's scoring, what he creates for other players. He's been a great buy for them. But let's not talk too much about that. Move on.
I mean, I think he scored 18 goals this season. Obviously, the majority of them have been penalties, but he has helped them out, Manchester United this season. As much to your despair. But who've you got on the right hand side then?
And then I think finally my midfield, have I got Kevin De Bruyne?
Yeah.
He's just class, isn't he? Which pass did he make recently when it just split the centre of defence when you saw the defenders squeal, and it's just like eye of the needle stuff. He is exceptional. Fantastic ball player. I expect Chelsea must be wondering what did they do to let him go. So
I know. Yeah, fantastic player. And I mean, he's just world class in every way. Right then, so your strike force then. So these two players are coming up in pretty much every single team in the season. But who's your first of your two strikers then?
Yeah, so I'll put Kane in there again. And if Kane does go to Man City, which I really hope doesn't happen, you can't knock Harry Kane the way that he does score his goals. He scores them left, right, centre, with a head, without, he is just probably one of the best strikers in the world. And considering how poor Spurs have been this season, they played well at the beginning of the season, and obviously his partnership with Son has been great. But he's just a goal scoring machine.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Don't want him to go to either of the Manchester clubs, but I think they're the only ones with money.
Yeah, they are the only ones that's gonna pipe up the price tag, I think, of over £100 million. But yeah, I mean, we don't want to put him in there because I don't think anybody but Spurs likes Harry Kane. But he's just a goal machine, and that goes for your second striker as well.
Yeah. So I've gone for Salah because again, it hasn't been a fantastic season yet. His numbers are there to be seen, aren't they? Him and Harry are both. One's at 21 or 22 at the moment. So
22 goals apiece,
Yeah, so, phenomenal. His numbers that Salah's done for Liverpool just been phenomenal over the last 3 or 4 seasons. He just does score goals. He's quick. His left boot, he even does score from outside the box as well. So, no, fantastic player.
Yeah.
And I hope he stays with us for another season or two.
Fantastic player and a goal machine. But who's going to manage this squad then? Who has been your manager of the season?
Yeah, I've gone a bit Leicester oriented. I've gone for Brendan again because they've won the FA Cup. They're at the moment 5th for from last season and this season. I think they've been over the last 2 seasons. They've had in the top 4 of the last 60 plus weeks.
Yeah.
I know obviously it counts at the end of it and they may miss out today, and touch wood, I hope they do for our sake. But yeah, you can't knock Brendan, after what he's done for Leicester. I think it's been fantastic. He is a good manager. You can't deny that.
And it's a well-oiled machine that he's kind of got there at Leicester, and he's got not average players, but he's got not Champions League quality players, and he's put them all together to get a fantastic team and squad that's been fantastic this season yet again. Yeah.
To have people who like Fofana at the back and Soucek, Soucek, Sancho, is it? Just brilliant, and even their like left back, right back, in defence, they are quite a good solid unit. Be interesting to see what happens, obviously, when Vardy just keeps on going, doesn't he? He's like
Yeah. Just keeps on going, that's for sure. Right then, so let's review this team. Swing goal, we've got Kasper Schmeichel. Our back four, Trent Alexander-Arnold, John Stones, Ruben Dias, and Aaron Cresswell, West Ham player. There we go. The midfield two of Youri Tielemans and Tomas Soucek coming in to replace Ilkay Gundogan. On the right is Kevin De Bruyne. On the left, Bruno Fernandes. And then the front two of Harry Kane and Mo Salah. And that's managed by Brendan Rodgers. Not a bad side, that, Rich.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think that'd be a strong team. The only player, obviously, just that it grates me that I've got Fernandes in there being a United player, but he does deserve it, I'm afraid.
Yeah. There we go. Thank you very much for watching at home, and thank you very much for Richard for coming on. I'll be back very, very soon. From me, come on your wines, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll be back very, very soon. Bye-bye.